Hi guys, it's your girl Kenyatta from We Gonna Talk About It. Hi my peoples, blessings to all. Thank you so much for being here this evening with me. Let's get into it. You know, simple around the way girl that loves Jesus, but guess what? I got to get down to the get down and talk about things that we've been talking about in social media. All right, guys, let's get into it. Nicki Minaj and Cardi B have been going back and forth for a while. We all know that. Um, they've been going bar for bar. Like it's been a real good battle. I like battle beef on wax is what we used to call it back in the days. If you from my era, rap music is a war sport. It's just what it is. It's all about battling somebody else for that crown. Nicki Minaj has been on top for a hot minute, so she got a lot of haters out there. Big up to my girl Nicki Minaj. Or hats off to you for doing your thing, baby girl. Cardi B as well. I love Cardi B. Cardi B is a product of her environment, I believe. But this is what our topic is about tonight. Um, do you want someone like Cardi B? I'm talking about Cardi B. This is about her. Do you want her representing your people? Your people. Do you want Cardi B representing your people? This is no hate at all, but I'm going to tell you something. I don't want Cardi B representing my people. First of all, she's not my people. I love her. I love all people. We all human. At the end of the day, we all bleed red blood, but she's not a black woman, okay? Um I don't want her representing us. It's just how I feel. The reason why I'm saying that is because she's not a good representation of a black woman. Cardi B has literally said in interviews that she used to set up her tricks. You heard me. I didn't say that, she did. She went on the Breakfast Club. She's been on a couple platforms and she's been basically telling her story, which is her story. Baby girl, do your thing. Okay. If that's how you got your coin, that's how you got your coin. That's your business. But when it comes to my little girl or my little niece or my grandniece listening to your music and listening how you speak, I don't want you to represent us. I'm sorry. It just is too graphic. And this is all mostly the rap women in this era, okay? Women in this era, they are scandalous for the things that they say, okay? In the 90s, when Little Kim and Foxy Brown and MC Light was in the 80s, but just speaking of women like that, they were sexy, but there was a limit to certain things they would say. Anyway, I don't want to ramble. Let's get back to Cardi B. Cardi B said that she used to set her tricks up. She, as we all know, she's a former exotic dancer. She was a stripper, and she used to accept money like a prostitute. This is her words. She said these things. If you don't believe me, go on the Breakfast Club, pull up videos where Cardi B has gone on different platforms and said that she used to set up her tricks. I don't know if she said it in one of her songs. I don't be listening to her music that much because she's not from my era. I do like some of her music, yes. It is twerkable. That's what I call it. It's twerk music. It's stripping music. It has no substance. It's just what they want her to do. The machine is they. I'm not mad at Cardi for rapping that way and not changing it up because she also brings something else to my attention on the Breakfast Club once again. Cardi B said the reason why she stays making clap that booty music and twerk music and stripper music is because that's what the people want to hear. The numbers don't lie, guys. She's doing and making music for people that like to hear that. And there's nothing wrong with that. She's getting her money. But when it comes to you being a role model for my daughter, um, I don't want that. I don't want you to be um representing the black woman either. A woman that speaks, I'm not talking about when she makes music. I could take that and say, oh, okay, she's just entertaining us, as people like to say. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when baby girl is sat down and she is in an interview, the way she speaks is very ill mannered, it's ignorant, it's dumb, it's demeaning. The things that she says, why she's doing, like why she's talking that way, I don't know, because she has little girls. So I try to, think like, would she want her own daughters to listen to her music? Was she? Does she let her daughters listen to her music? You know, when they grow up, is she okay with them listening to that kind of music, with them moving the way she moved? I honestly think people that are stars now, they just don't care about what they're putting out anymore into the universe. They just don't care. They just will do anything for the dollar. I understand you trying to get your coin, okay? But there's got to be some kind of a line that you're not willing to cross. Um I believe that Cardi B, she's willing to cross all lines as long as it's getting her paper, okay? Um she can't represent a black woman as I am. She can't. The reason why she can't is because a real true black woman, a true grown and sexy woman, she don't speak that way. She doesn't talk about setting up her tricks with other young Negroes to basically run down on them and get them for what they got. A real woman don't talk like that. And if she is doing that, she ain't putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? It's quiet as kept. She ain't talking about it. She ain't boasting about it. You know, um, I'm sorry. I say all the time, like, I want to be honest on my platform, and I'm being honest. Um, I'm all about, if you're trying to make money, um, because you need to feed your children, you're going to school, um, you're trying to do better for your family. You do what you got to do as long as you're not hurting nobody. I don't think there's anything wrong. I think being a stripper is a real profession. What those girls do on that pole is amazing. I've always said this. I am a fan, okay, of the woman that knows how to be a successful stripper, not a prostitute. A prostitute is not a woman that I want to represent me. Cardi B has said she was a prostitute. Guys, do you think that there should be a limit on certain things that stars are, sharing, that they are telling us? Like, I know she's keeping it real. I listen, Cardi B, to me, she keeps it 100. I know she's keeping it 100. You could just tell. She's cut from that cloth. But I think it's demeaning, the things that she says sometimes in her interviews, and also the way she moves. For an example, guys, Offset and Cardi B are still married. Okay? Still married. I don't care, they're not together. He cheated on her, she cheated on him. It doesn't matter. They're still married. I don't know if they're going through a divorce, but they are still legally married, okay? Cardi B is now pregnant with another man's baby that is not her husband, and is flaunting it all over the internet like it's a good thing. That's not good. That's not good. That is not representing what a marriage is supposed to be. I am not a person that has a perfect marriage by far. I go through trials and tribulations with my husband all the time, vice versa. He goes through it with me. But when you are putting your business out there on Front Street for everybody to see, and you think it's cute, and people are basically saying, "Oh, Cardi B, you know, you are a representation of us." Of us, I'm talking about. I don't want you to represent me. You obviously have no idea what it takes to be a real Black woman in this society that we are in now. I am embarrassed if you are going to be the face of the Black woman. You can't be. The things that you say are so terrible, just terrible. Why would you want people to know that you used to set up Negroes? Like, why would you want people to know that? Why can't you just keep that a secret? Why does that have to be told? That doesn't make you cool. It doesn't. It makes you shisty. You know, if anything, I mean, back in the days, if a woman was talking like that, she would need to be careful, because there will be repercussions for things that she's saying like that. I don't know what kind of world this is we live in, guys, but what happened to, entertainers that know how to entertain, okay? Know how to give you some word for thought. Queen Latifah, MC Light, Lauryn Hill, Missy Elliott, Foxy Brown, Little Kim. I could keep going. Lady Rage. I could keep going. There was so many. There was a variety back in the days. There is no variety anymore for rap music for the woman. I'm talking about the woman rapper like Cardi B. There's no um there's no variety anymore. All of it sounds the same to me. All of them are doing twerk music. There's nothing wrong with twerk music. Listen, I'm from the era where who was it? Two Live Crew in them. That was our twerk music. Did I twerk? Hell yeah. Okay. But I'm talking about when you get all grown up and you have children, you don't want your children doing that. You do not want your children knowing that it's okay to be a prostitute. That is what this girl is saying. She's not saying, "Oh, go be a prostitute," but she's basically okay with letting us know that she was a prostitute, because that's what it is. You could call it any other thing you want to. At the end of the day, that is a prostitute. A woman that has sex with a man for money is a prostitute. She is an escort. She is whatever you want her to be, but she is a person that sells sex. It's terrible. And this is who you want to represent us? Nah, she can't. She doesn't know what it takes to be a Black woman. She doesn't know how important it is to be careful about the words that come out her mouth. She doesn't know how to put a muzzle on it. A Black woman needs to know, and does know, there's certain things that she doesn't want to be heard. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to tell everything. Keep that to yourself. My little girl doesn't need to know that not only were you a stripper, You're a prostitute. And you set up men, could possibly get them killed. And this is what you're doing. And this is who you want to represent us. This is who you want to represent us. Guys, we need to think about this. These things that is going on, that the machine is pushing. Okay, I understand it's all about the money and they're pushing it. But we don't have to accept these things. By us listening and downloading and streaming and making those numbers go high is telling the machine that this is what we want. This is who we are. We don't need food for thought. We can't think any further than this. This is what we are telling them. Guys, I'm sorry. My allergies are acting up, so I'm very irritated in my face, and I know I keep scratching, but just want to put that out there just as a disclaimer. It's my allergies. They're really bothering me, and I get really itchy. So, anywho, guys, drop comments. Let me know if you want Cardi B to be a representation of the Black woman. And I'm not saying that Cardi B said that she wants to be that. I didn't hear her say that. I was watching a show and they were saying that people are saying that Cardi B represents the Black woman. No, she should not. If that's true and she does, this is a poor representation of us. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now, if you told me Lauryn Hill was a representation of the Black woman, yes. Well, more power to you. I'd be like, yeah, she's a good representation. And I'm not saying that because of the music that she makes. I'm going to make a point here and show you the difference from these two beings. Lauryn Hill, when she was an up and coming, highly favored artist, we all know her album probably has went diamond a couple times. Lauryn Hill is so talented. Not only does she rap, she sings, she acts, she does poetry. She listen, it's just not fair that girl got so much talent in her that God has blessed her with. It's not fair. But I'll tell you this, and this is why I say she would be a good representation, and I wouldn't get mad if somebody said that. Lauryn Hill, when she was coming up and she was this big star, she got pregnant. She got pregnant with one of Bob Marley's sons. I forget which one it is. You know, there's like a good 15 of them. There's a village of them. Lauryn Hill got pregnant, and the industry, the machine, the people that be, told Lauryn Hill to get an abortion. Yeah. That was her first son, Zion. They told her get an abortion, that, you know, that being a mother doesn't sell records. It doesn't sell. And Lauryn Hill told them people where they could kiss her. Okay. Lauryn Hill told them people this was her life and she wanted to have children. And she had her child. That is number one why I love Lauryn Hill. She is unapologetic. She is her own woman. She doesn't just do this for the coin. Lauryn Hill was out of the spotlight for a long time. And now she's starting to come back with new music, which is wonderful. You guys should go listen to it if you haven't heard. And she's been touring a lot. She had a tour with Nas that one of my girlfriends went to and said it was the best tour she ever been on. So check that out. But anyway, that is something to be acknowledged. When you're not willing to get naked and take off your clothes. When you're not willing just to say any old thing on your album or in interviews. We need to be careful what we're putting out in the universe. Our children are watching. They're watching. What kind of mother are you if you are basically letting this go on and you letting your children listen to these interviews and this music? My question to you guys is, do you want Cardi B to represent us? And I'm talking to us sisters. Whoever else ain't a sister, get out of here. Don't like it. I don't care. I don't want her to represent me. Do you want her to represent you? And do you want her to look, do you want your children, your little girls, to look at her and look up to her for the things that she says, for the things that come out her mouth? Do you want that? Drop comments. I want to hear. I want to hear what you got to say. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. This one is about Cardi B. And no, Cardi B cannot represent me. It's your girl Kenyatta from We Gonna Talk About It. Peace out. It's real on my side.